Alright guys, so I mentioned earlier that I had something new for you guys to check out, and here it is. The Roll Box by Smoke Chasers BBQ. They sent this over to me to test out and give my honest review and feedback on it, and claims that this little box right here is the missing link between pellet convenience and that true wood fire flavor that we're all chasing. So let's find out if the hype is real, and let's roll. Alright guys, so first things first, let's take a look at what came in the box. We got it all opened up, unboxed everything, and here's what we got. Of course, our star of the show, first off, is our roll box itself. This thing is built absolutely like a tank. Smooth hinges, clean lines. It's heavy, it's solid. In the box, we also got ourselves a cool little shirt that they sent. We got a few stickers, because who doesn't like stickers? And of course, they sent some instructions on how they recommend to use this roll box to get the best and most out of it. And we will follow that and set it up to their instructions and see exactly how this does. So we are looking at just over 8 inches long, right at 4 inches deep, about 5.5 inches tall. So that gives you an idea. This thing's not huge, should fit in most pellet smokers, but you do need a 5.5 inch clearance underneath your grease tray for this to sit, so that you don't have to put it on a cooking grate and take up your cooking grate space. You can see we got plenty of holes drilled throughout this, top, bottom, sides, giving plenty of airflow. It is 100% handcrafted in the US. Durable carbon steel unibody construction, which clearly this thing, like I mentioned, is built like an absolute tank. They claim it's compatible with most grills, which I, looking at it, would actually agree with. Most pellet grills that I have used would be able to fit this underneath that drip tray right next to the deflector plate and the firebox. They claim that this provides 1 hour of continuous smoke when using 3 chunks of wood. So we're going to test that. They claim it obviously delivers authentic wood-fired flavor for your grill. And this smoke box was and is designed obviously for bottom-up cooking in the pellet smokers for maximum cooking space, so that you do keep your grates clean. I've seen people use other boxes that they've had to put on their cooking grates, which just takes up space. That's real estate you need to use for your food. So the idea and the design of this is to keep it underneath at the bottom where it produces the best results based on their claims. And we're going to try it all out and see exactly how it comes out. So let's get to it. We got 6 charcoal briquettes lined out on the bottom of this roll box, and I'm using Kingsford Original just to give you an idea on size. We're going to grab 2 of these wood chunks, as they say, to place right on top of those pieces of charcoal. I tried to grab some that were similar in size, and next it says that we need to light 2 additional briquettes to put on this side, and then put another piece of wood on top of that. So that's exactly what we're going to do next. They recommend using a torch. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Our 2 extra briquettes right there, lined up. We're going to torch those to get them ashed over real quick. Slide them over so make sure that they're touching the rest of them. And then drop in our 3rd piece of wood and let this thing do what it's supposed to do. We took our 3 wood chunks and just set them right on top of the charcoal, just as they suggest. You can see this thing is rolling smoke heavy right now. It took me about a minute to light those 2 charcoal briquettes on the end here. So not long at all. You can already see that that wood is catching. So I'm going to shut this lid down and get it put over on the smoker itself. Bottom of the smoker, just like they suggest. I'm gonna put it over right about there. All right, it is time to get our first protein on, and we can see we got some good smoke rolling. So that roll box is doing its job. And we can see here that that roll box is actually still producing a great amount of smoke there. And we've been rolling for 45 minutes so far. So 45 minutes and no sign that that roll box is giving up yet. We'll check it out in about an hour, but we will keep an eye on that roll box to see exactly when she burns out and stops producing that smoke. All right, guys, so it's been exactly an hour and 45 minutes since we put our meat on, since we put our roll box in the bottom of the Rectech BFT 2500. And it's been rolling smoke the entire time. I checked on it about 20 minutes ago and it was still going. It looks like it may have settled down or possibly went out, so we're going to check it out right now and see, so we can establish exactly how long of the smoke we got out of those charcoal briquettes topped with that hickory wood chunks, 3 of them to be exact. So let's take a look. So it looks like we still got some wood burning. It is not burned out yet. Just so we don't have to do it again to refuel it, let's grab a couple more pieces of wood just to throw in there. All right, guys, so as you just saw, we went ahead and opened up the roll box to check it out and see where we were at. We hit our hour and 45 minute mark since we started it and put it in our pit. And at an hour and 45 minutes, there was just a little piece of wood left that still was not completely burnt. So it was still producing a little bit of smoke, which in my book is pretty impressive. All right, guys, let's wrap this one up. The roll box from Smoke Chasers BBQ is simple to use, it's heavy duty, and it's flat out effective. I ran it for just under 2 hours on 3 chunks of wood. I tossed in a few more and ended up with around 4 hours of total clean, steady smoke. For less than $100, this thing's built like a tank. It delivers a ton of authentic wood flavor, all without dropping a couple $1,000s like this big stick burner I got sitting right next to me. Now, let's be honest. It's not exactly the same thing as running a full offset smoker. You're not managing a fire, you're not stoking coals, but if you are looking to bridge the gap, to bring that true authentic wood flavor to the convenience of your pellet smoker, the roll box is absolutely the answer. My family and I could taste all the extra wood flavor this roll box put out, and the meat came out juicy, had a beautiful smoke ring. Even though that smoke ring has nothing to do with actual flavor, it's always pretty to look at. So if you want to level up your smoke game without trading in your pellet smoker, this little box right here might be the simple fix you've been looking for. So big shout out to Smoke Chasers BBQ for sending this out to me to test. You guys built a solid product here. I'll drop the link to their website down below in the description. If you want to check it out, get yourself one. I highly suggest it. If you've got a barbecue product you want to see me put through the ringer, drop a comment below, hit me up directly, and as always, hit the like button, subscribe for more cooks and reviews, and keep that fire lit and that sermon rolling. Thanks, guys.